The following is a Hennessy Hendo production. It includes excerpts and material from my vast collection of books and general knowledge. My collection spans many centuries and millennia. I upload as I have time, but the sheer volume is just so immense. It would do the people of the world good to listen to some actual classics or educate themselves on all manner of topics from fictional books to philosophy. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident of August 1964 is a critical episode in U.S. history, marking a significant escalation in the Vietnam War. This event serves as a case study in miscommunication, political opportunism, and the manipulation of public opinion, with lasting implications for U.S. foreign policy and civil-military relations. 1. Context of the incident. A. U.S. involvement in Vietnam. By the early 1960s, the United States was increasingly involved in Vietnam, supporting the South Vietnamese government against the communist-led North Vietnamese regime. The U.S. had been conducting covert operations under programs like Operation Plan 34A, which involved raids and reconnaissance near North Vietnamese waters. B. Geopolitical climate. The Cold War rivalry between the U.S. and the Soviet Union heightened tensions globally. Vietnam was seen as a key battleground for containing the spread of communism, adhering to the domino theory that suggested the fall of one country to communism could lead to the fall of others in the region. 2. The incidents. Incident 1. August 2, 1964. The USS Maddox, a U.S. Navy destroyer, was patrolling in the Gulf of Tonkin near the North Vietnamese coast. It was part of a broader strategy to collect intelligence and support South Vietnamese raids on the north. North Vietnamese torpedo boats approached the Maddox, likely perceiving it as a threat. After warning shots from the Maddox, the North Vietnamese vessels launched a torpedo attack. The Maddox, supported by aircraft from a nearby U.S. carrier, retaliated, damaging the torpedo boats. The engagement resulted in minimal damage to the Maddox. Incident 2, August 4, 1964. The Maddox, now joined by the USS Turner Joy, reported a second attack under stormy conditions. Radar and sonar detected signals interpreted as hostile vessels, leading the U.S. forces to fire at perceived targets for several hours. Subsequent investigations revealed no evidence of an actual North Vietnamese attack. The reports were likely due to poor weather, nervous crews, and misinterpreted radar signals. 3. U.S. response. President Lyndon B. Johnson's actions. Johnson quickly addressed the American public, framing the incidents as unprovoked aggression by North Vietnam. He portrayed the U.S. response as a defense of freedom and a necessary measure to protect American interests in Southeast Asia. Congressional reaction. On August 7, 1964, Congress passed the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution with overwhelming support. This resolution authorized the President to take all necessary measures to repel armed attacks and prevent further aggression. The resolution effectively gave Johnson broad war-making powers without a formal declaration of war, setting the stage for massive U.S. military escalation in Vietnam. 4. Controversy and misrepresentation. Exaggeration of the threat. Evidence emerged later that the Johnson administration exaggerated the events of August 2 and fabricated the August 4 incident to justify military action. Declassified documents and communications revealed that senior officials, including Defense Secretary Robert McNamara, presented misleading accounts to Congress and the public. Intelligence failures. The second incident in particular was based on faulty intelligence. Radar signals and sonar detections turned out to be false positives, influenced by stormy weather and miscommunication among U.S. forces. Pretext for escalation. Some historians argue that Johnson and his administration used the incidents as a pretext to obtain congressional approval for military action they had already planned. 5. Implications of the Gulf of Tonkin incident. A. Escalation of the Vietnam War. The Gulf of Tonkin resolution led to a dramatic increase in U.S. military involvement in Vietnam. By 1965, Johnson authorized large-scale bombing campaigns, such as Operation Rolling Thunder. U.S. troop levels surged, eventually reaching over 500,000 by 1968. B. Erosion of public trust. As the war dragged on and more details about the Gulf of Tonkin incident surfaced, public trust in the government eroded. The incident became a symbol of government deception, contributing to the broader credibility gap during the Vietnam War. C. Legacy of the Gulf of Tonkin resolution. The resolution effectively allowed for unchecked presidential authority in matters of war. Critics argue that this set a dangerous precedent for future conflicts, undermining congressional oversight. 6. Historical reassessment. The role of covert operations. The U.S. Navy's involvement in covert operations, such as aiding South Vietnamese attacks on North Vietnam, likely provoked the initial North Vietnamese response on August 2nd. The lack of transparency about these operations raised ethical and legal questions about U.S. actions. Lessons learned. The Gulf of Tonkin incident underscores the dangers of making policy decisions based on incomplete or faulty intelligence. It highlights the importance of congressional oversight and the need for a critical and independent press to challenge official narratives. 7. Legacy and impact. A. Impact on U.S. foreign policy. The incident reinforced a pattern of U.S. interventions justified by dubious claims, echoed in later conflicts such as the Iraq War, 2003, where intelligence about weapons of mass destruction was similarly questioned. It led to the eventual passage of the War Powers Resolution, 1973, which aimed to curtail the president's ability to unilaterally commit U.S. forces to conflict without congressional approval. B. Reflection on accountability. The Gulf of Tonkin incident remains a cautionary tale about the need for accountability in government, especially in decisions involving war and peace. It is also a reminder of the potential consequences of failing to critically examine official narratives. Conclusion. The Gulf of Tonkin incident was a turning point in the Vietnam War, providing the justification for a massive escalation of U.S. involvement. However, the event also exposed the vulnerabilities of democratic systems to misinformation and manipulation. Its legacy is a sobering reminder of the need for transparency, robust oversight, and a skeptical approach to official claims in matters of war. Thank you for watching. Please share the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Check out other series including 10-minute synopses or complete audiobooks on Hennessy Hendo on YouTube. Improve your vocabulary. Be more fun at parties. Increase your knowledge. Become a literary master like Hendo.